What's going on, guys? Seth Ford here, and today I am back with another college football prediction video. And today I'm going to be talking about the Ohio State Buckeyes versus the Penn State Nittany Lions in another epic matchup between these two schools who are top 10 ranked teams. Ohio State probably going to change after USC lost yesterday against Notre Dame, who Ohio State beat on the road the last second. That was a crazy game to watch. Not really like a high-scoring game, but still it was kind of like a sluggish defensive game overall. So Ohio State is 6-0 and 3-0 in the conference. Same thing with Penn State Nittany Lions, who are 6-0, 3-0, and James Franklin has done a great job so far with the Nittany Lions of this upcoming season. Both teams pretty much been handling their opponents with the big margins each game, though Ohio State only scored 14 points. Or 17 points against Notre Dame at the last crazy ending run with Kyle McCord at the goal line to win the game. And of course, it was like 2nd and 19, and then it was just crazy how they pretty much owned that drive with Kyle McCord. All right, so as of further ado, let's go ahead and go through the game information. The game will be at Ohio Stadium, which is the Ohio State Buckeyes, 12 o'clock p.m., October 21st, 2023. Coverage will be on Fox. I wish this was like a night game, but honestly, 12 o'clock games have been actually really fun, even though I sometimes detest 12 o'clock games because I feel like it kills the atmosphere because you got to get up so early for tailgating. But anyways, that's just my opinion. This will be, the game time weather will be probably cloudy, cold, which is 57 degrees, maybe a chance of rain sometimes in Columbus, Ohio. So yeah, that's a little interesting, but yeah. Penn State's last 5 games, pretty much destroying teams left and right. I think they kind of struggled a little bit against Iowa, but then they pretty much handed them an L. Also with Illinois, actually it was Illinois for a little bit, and then they pretty much handed Illinois. Iowa just, they're just, Northwestern, they're not good this year. UMass, I feel bad for them because they just probably need to quit playing football. Ohio State, pretty much been dismantling every single team besides Notre Dame. That game was very intense, very defensive game. All right, so like I said before, I like to go through the match predictor, season leaders, just reading them off, and then the team stats, and then I'll base it off my prediction at the end, and then you can base your prediction at the end. I'm not an Ohio State fan, and I'm not a Penn State fan as well. I just predict the games, and I'll let you guys comment down below who is going to win this game. Okay, so as you guys can see on the screen, the match predictor has Ohio State with 63.4% over Penn State's 36.6%. Mainly because it's at Ohio State. So yeah, that's a very tough atmosphere to play, and for any opponent that comes in at Columbus. Okay, so we have Penn State. We have Ayler. If that's I still cannot pronounce that name. Is it Ayler or yeah? I think it's Ayler. 118 completions to 181 attempts, 1,255 passing yards, 12 touchdowns. Really, really good for him this year. Kyle McCord. He's done a great job so far, filling in after C.J. Stroud left last year. 109 to 178 completions to attempts, 1,651 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Really good for him. Penn State, for rushing, we have Allen, has had 78 carries, 375 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Pretty good for him. Really good for him. And, of course, Henderson for Ohio State, 44 carries, 295 rushing yards, and 5 touchdowns. And then, what is his name? Hold on. Oh, Lambert. Okay, so it's Lambert Smith, 31 receptions, 402 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. Really good for him, especially for Penn State, because usually Penn State is not like a passing team, in my opinion, because sometimes when I watch them, I feel like they like to run the ball a lot. But they're a weird team, in my opinion. And, of course, could be a Heisman candidate, Marvin Harrison Jr., who's had another 100-plus yards receiving game yesterday. 31 receptions, 604 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. He's a top 5 draft pick for sure of the next upcoming draft. What do you call it? Yeah, draft day. All right, team stats. We have total yards. We have Penn State. We have 426.7 total yards compared to Ohio State's which is higher, 443.0. Yards passing, 223.3 compared to Ohio State, which they have 308.0. Pretty good in my opinion. Yards passing or yards rushing, we have 203.3. Like I said before, they usually like to run the ball a lot for Penn State. For Ohio State, 135.0. They're more of a passing type of team, in my opinion. Yards allowed, we have Penn State pretty good on defense, only allowing 193.7 compared to Ohio State's 263.5. Still not too bad at all. Only allowing 263 under 300 total yards. So, and of course, passing yards allowed 121.2 compared to Ohio State's allowing 154.3. Rushing yards still pretty good, really, really good for Penn State, only allowing 72 rushing yards compared to Ohio State. Still not bad for Ohio State either, 109.2. Okay, so finally, my prediction. Even though Penn State could potentially beat Ohio State, it is pretty tough to play in Columbus, Ohio, in the Ohio Stadium. So I think that, in my opinion, I think that Ohio State is going to win this game. Even though it's going to be a battle-tested game, Penn State could potentially upset them. Even though it's at Columbus, but I still think that Ohio State could win by minus 10 points, in my opinion. I know that's kind of a big margin, but it's at Ohio State, and anything can happen to Ohio State, and that's a tough atmosphere to play in, and it's at home, respectfully. So I'm going to choose Ohio State by minus 10 points against Penn State. Even though Penn State is really good on defense, they like to run the ball a lot. Passing-wise, they're a little iffy on passing, in my opinion, but still, they got a good quarterback in Ayler, in my opinion, too. So let me know what you guys think. If you're a Penn State fan, comment down below who do you think is going to win this game. And if you're a Ohio State fan, please also comment down below who you think is going to win this game. All right, guys, Seth Woods here. We all have a good rest of the day. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later. Peace out.